The battle for political relevance ahead of the 2027 elections is gathering momentum across Nigeria as defections continue to reshape the country's political landscape, from the National Assembly to state political structures. Lawmakers and party members are crossing from one platform to another in search of what many describe as a safer political future. Our correspondent, Comfort Olayinka, reports from Abuja.
The battle for political relevance ahead of the 2027 elections is gathering momentum across Nigeria as the factions continue to reshape the country's political landscape. From the National Assembly to state political structures, lawmakers are crossing from one platform to another in search of what many describe as a safer political structure. An ADC lawmaker, Honorable Afam Ogene, defended his movement to NDC, describing the development as democracy in action, alleging that opposition parties were being weakened through engineered legal battles and political interference, claiming the democratic space was becoming increasingly restricted.
Well, for me, it is democracy in action, and democracy is not something you pick up from the shelves. It's something you fight for, it's something you live for, it's something you strive for. So in an environment where the democratic space is being restricted by the powers that be, then the players ought to devise ingenious ways of remaining relevant. Nobody gives power. You seek power, you contest for power, you sell ideas, and then you leave the public and the voters with the choice to make a decision between two or more contenders. So if the space is so shrinked that somebody wants to be coronated without a contest, then we say no to that. And if it takes us going around several political platforms looking for where there are no encumbrances, then we have no apologies for doing that.
APC lawmakers have, however, dismissed claims of intimidation or a move towards one party state. Honorable Yusuf Kure Babaje, in his dismissive submission, argued that Nigerians were naturally gravitating towards the APC because they believe the ruling party offers long-term solutions despite current economic hardship. Babaje maintained that the defections reflected political competition rather than democratic suppression, insisting that politicians were simply seeking viable platforms to pursue their ambitions.
I want to believe that despite the hardship that Nigerians are facing, Nigerians still believe in APC. Because it's not because of anything, they feel APC have something for them in the near future. We are not talking of somebody that, a party that will bring something for people to eat now and forgetting about tomorrow. Quite okay, times have been hard, but Nigerians have been, they've understood the situation with the APC. And that is why you can find out that there are mass defection of so many people from other political parties to APC. The APC is looking attractive, not because of anything, but the Nigerians believe in APC. And that's what is attracting most people to the party. Some people say they fear that we are moving towards a one-party system. It's not going to be possible. This is democracy. And since it is democracy, everybody has a right to belong to any political association he wants to.
Another APC lawmaker, Honorable Moshood Oshun, compared the opposition parties to a sinking ship, saying the factors were merely moving to what they see as a stronger political structure.
You see, I want to ask you a question. If you are in a ship and the ship is sinking, and there's another ship beside you that is floating, will you sink with that ship or jump into the next one? No, would you sink with that ship that is sinking or jump into a ship that is floating. Look, people are coming into APC because they realize that this is the best party in the black world, in Africa. They realize that they were in the wrong ship. They realize that their ship was sinking. They realize that what is in APC, they don't have it in the other parties. So if somebody decides not to die in a sinking ship, will you blame that person? If you live in a house and the house is going to collapse, will you stay in that house? I'm just asking. You won't. You will leave the house to go to a better house. That is what is happening. There is no improvement in the APC. They've only come to join a better party.
The latest defections rocking the ADC and other opposition parties have now intensified debates over whether Nigeria is drifting towards a one-party dominance or simply experiencing democracy in action. Comfort Olayinka, MITV Plus News, Abuja.